It was a war not of swords, but of survival. No battlefield, only a trench. No retreat, only faith. And in the cold wind of desperation, the fate of Medina hung by a thread. It was the 5th year after Hijrah. News reached Medina that a massive army was forming, 10,000 strong. Quraysh, along with the tribes of Ghatafan and other allies, were preparing to launch a final blow to extinguish Islam once and for all. This was not just war, it was a siege, a test of resolve, and the Muslims were vastly outnumbered. As fear crept through the hearts of the believers, a suggestion came from an unlikely companion, Salman al-Farsi, a man who had seen the siege tactics of the Persians. He proposed digging a trench around the exposed side of Medina, a foreign strategy in Arabia. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, approved it. Men, women, young and old, all joined in. For weeks they dug tirelessly under harsh winds and bitter cold. Hunger gnawed at their bellies, stones were tied to their stomachs, and yet they kept digging. One day, a massive boulder blocked their work. No one could break it. The Prophet picked up the pickaxe and struck the stone. Bismillah! A flash of light burst out. He said, "I have been given the keys to Sham. I swear I can see its red palaces even now." He struck again, another flash. "I have been given Persia. I can see the white palace of Ctesiphon." And a third time, "I have been given Yemen." The hypocrites mocked him. "He promises empires, while we cannot even go out to relieve ourselves." They whispered among themselves, their hearts full of doubt. But the believers, their hearts burned with trust. The Confederates reached Medina, their cavalry halted in confusion. A trench in Arabia, Abu Sufyan's massive army could not breach it. The siege began. It dragged on. 27 long, cold days. Skirmishes broke out across the trench. At one point, Amr ibn Abd Wud, a feared warrior known to equal 1,000 men, leaped across the trench. He challenged for a duel. No one moved. Then from the ranks, a young man stepped forward, Ali ibn Abi Talib. The Prophet said, "The entirety of faith now goes to face the entirety of disbelief." Their swords clashed, the dust rose, the battle was short, and ended with Ali victorious. The Quraysh were shaken. Despite the mounting pressure and growing hunger, the Muslims stood firm. And then, Allah sent His help. A mighty wind blew through the night. Tents were uprooted, campfires extinguished, horses fled. Fear and confusion swept through the Quraysh camp. That same night, a man named Nu'aym ibn Mas'ud, who had secretly embraced Islam, sowed discord among the enemy ranks. Suspicion turned into distrust, and unity crumbled. The next morning, the Confederates were gone. Medina was safe. Years later, the Prophet, peace be upon him, would stand at the gates of Sham. His armies would ride into Persia, and Yemen would accept Islam. The light he saw in that stone was no illusion. They came with 10,000, but left with nothing. The trench didn't just guard Medina. It guarded the future of a nation that refused to surrender.